It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Look at those calves, man. Hey, our crew, they've got the calves.
They do, eh?
They've got the calves. We love it.
Hello.
We are here for this today. If you've been wondering why we are buzzing today, it's because one of the coolest, greatest boxing films, I'm going to preempt this, is about to come out. Because the first two, let's be honest, are two of the greatest boxing films out there.
And blew it out the water, man. Like, seriously, after watching Creed 2 even, I was like, man, I love Raging Bull, but do we have modern classics on our hands? Dude,
yes.
The Creed reboot.
What?
Graham and I were just talking. Do you think we're crazy for saying that? Like, probably the best reboot we have. Not better, better than Raging Bull. Different animals altogether.
Yeah.
Like, but you know what I mean? Like, as far as these reboots that we've had for the past, like,
it's a
30 years.
reimagining. It's a reimagining, and they've nailed it. But can you set the scene for us?
Yeah, our director doesn't want us to argue. We can fight after the show.
Oh, we're going to spar all day. We're going to spar all day.
We actually have to move on to a little featurette about the actual movie we're talking about. We've just been saying Creed, 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 but there's a third one. 8 years after the first. It's been 8 years. It's so long already. Let's look at a little bit of featurette and insider into what went into making this movie.
Yes.
Out to date.
I had a lot of years to develop Adonis Creed in front of the camera. I grew up with him, so I had a clear vision of what I wanted this story to be and where I wanted to see the Creed family go.
Action! Do what I gotta do. Some of my methods you might disagree with me.
Mike has done such an incredible job directing this film. He has the spirit to bring a group of people together.
Great job, bro.
Great job.
I had an incredible community of directors who were very willing to pass on knowledge to me. You know, Denzel, Stephen Caple, Ryan Coogler, people who've, you know, done it once or twice.
Mike made me feel really comfortable.
The conversations that Mike and I were having were life-changing for me as an actor. It's a real collaboration, you know, where 1 + 1 = 3. There's just a kindred spirit.
I ain't scared of death. What you gonna do? Threaten to take my breath.
Great guys, guys, great guys. The fun part was finding ways to keep it intimate and true to character and story, but then also, how do we take some real big creative swings and take it to the next level?
I'm just... But did you feel that? I want to box again.
I'm about to cry, guys. I'm about to cry and then just start boxing.
Also, we're going to put that out there for the men everywhere. It doesn't matter what sort of like
reaction
walk of life you have.
Man.
This weekend, guys, it's beers and tears.
Please just say it again. Today is Friday. And what happens on a Friday?
Movies come out. And Creed 3 is... Carl's been a bit punchy. Like, he's been in a daze. Like, is this movie actually landing on us?
Is it? I'm excited. Today is the 26th of December to me. It's Boxing Day. Yes, baby! Yes! Woo! All right, so let's get into it because Michael B. Jordan. Directorial debut. Come on.
Which is pretty darn brave because, like, you know, we've got... the boxing movie is the quintessential American movie. You know, Rocky, Raging Bull, etc., etc., etc. It's all about the underdog trying to pick himself up from the ground, destroying his body, possibly knowing when the distance is too far, when he's pushed himself too far. All that, and
broken and getting back in.
Yeah, so like, how do you enter that ring? Michael B. Jordan, bless you, very brave of you. And so, you know, at the outset, I'll say that impressive for a debut director.
And it's his money. It's a lot of this is his money.
And
that's got it.
You
know what I'm saying?
We were talking so much around this while you guys were watching that clip. Graham noticed very impressively. He was like, he liked the energy of it. You know?
Yeah, there's like a kinetic energy. And it's a throwback to what now you're saying to his kind of nerddom in the anime space, but transferal of energy in a fight. And I think because the Japanese fight understanding has been there for such a long time, it's a feel. It's an inertia.
Too long didn't you, like, Michael B. Jordan's a complete anime nerd, and that is an astute observation from you. As someone who hasn't even watched the movie, that he does have these sort of nods to how motion works, how a character targets a thing, how, you know...
but as you said, then the editor's got to land that snap.
Absolutely, editing is #1, and so that's knowing when to cut, when to, you know, make your swing and miss, and when you know, all those sort of flow, where that flow comes into how to texture these movies. I'm very impressed here, and I've been begging you, and I've been telling him, he's behind camera looking very giddy. Like, the boxing itself in this is pleasing. I wasn't sure about the number I wanted to give it, and I was like, dude, like, just as capturing the art, so capturing the craft itself, the movie is still very beautiful. The choreography is magnificent. for boxing fans out there. And even the people who aren't fans, the whole cinema was in, there was an uncle next to me punching ghosts. There was like, people were possessed. It was very, very thrilling. But tell you what, I should probably tell you a bit about the story, right?
Yes, please, yes.
You wanted to talk about Jonathan Majors.
I did want to talk about Jonathan Majors because, I mean, this is just like one of the stars that have, you know, he's risen so beautifully as well. I still haven't seen Quantumania, I'm getting there. But Jonathan Majors,
3 other movies
in this role, like, you know, I want to know what the energy, because obviously Michael B. Jordan handpicked Jonathan Majors for this role. He needed a nemesis, but somebody close enough to become an nemesis.
And so the nemesis thing is so interesting because I think he steals the show in Creed 3. What he manages to do is he really, no, for real, like, bundles up all these kinds of emotions in the way that, like, two people having a conversation, he's not just like strictly the nemesis. He will have these weird flickers of moments of like he's talking to Michael B. Jordan. It looks like he's negotiating from like a snake-like perspective. Is he being, you know, nefarious or whatever? And then there'll be this glimmer of like maybe it can be different. Maybe we can be brothers.
Maybe we can be that man again.
There's a whole, like if you've heard of Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, the 7 stages of grief type thing. He's got all 7 stages of grief going through his character at any one time. The rationalization, the anger, the bargaining, all that kind of stuff. All those movements, he captured. Like, characters
Can we phone
great.
him right now? Can you interview him right now to find out if that's the process he followed? Because it sounds absolutely
that entire
spot on.
tangle. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, So for an actor to carry that, it's not just character. It's you've created person. He's made person.
That's preparation.
So there's some pitfalls to this movie. Obviously, it's a first-time director, but tell you what, I should probably get into summarizing that all in a number. People love numbers so much.
Oh, here we go.
Can we get like Ewan to walk around with a nice black card?
Okay, this is the championship round. It's time to decide if this is a split decision.
Let's get ready to popcorn!
8 out of 10 for Creed 3. No, for real. Like this whole arc of movies have been something so special. They've kept the heart, they've kept the cuteness. There's the chemistry, there's the heartbreak. There's because it's not just boxing. We know, man.
Yeah, it's a narrative.
You've shed tears over Rocky. You've shed tears over Rocky. I've shed tears. Even the women watching, we like to think that these are men's movies and all that kind of business. People are crying in the cinema too. But maybe you'll find the sort of the.
And there's something there. If Maverick saved the film industry, this is going to keep it going. We need these kind of films in cinemas to bring people out there. We absolutely love it.
Especially for the brothers to talk, man.
Yeah, no, completely. And I love the fact that this lens shows that kind of growth when you point it inwards and outwards. Absolutely awesome. But I need to see some real boxing now, please.